game Saturday, we didn't do things that we should have done. We kind of worked on it a little bit yesterday, but we just got to keep working, getting better each and every game. It's only the fourth game of the year.
One thing I noticed about this team is, and on the offensive side, even though the shots are not falling, we're not taking bad shots. We're moving the ball around. You can look at the assist totals we got, which is great right now. We're moving the ball around. The shots just not falling. They will fall at some point.
We feel like it's shots that we're taking that we can make, maybe a couple that we shouldn't take, but overall, I think we're taking shots that our kids can make. They work on each and every day. They just got to keep shooting, and hopefully they'll come out their slumps.
What do you see from this Capital team? What concerns you?
I just see scrappy. They're going to go for the boards, so we got to make sure we put a body on them, and we got to make sure we get back on defense because we know they're going to run the ball.
All right, Coach, wish you best of luck in this matchup today against Capital, and we'll talk Thursday before we take on the Huntington Highlanders.
Thank you, Freddie. Once a Flying Eagle, always a Flying Eagle.
Head Coach Ron Kidd of the Beckley Flying Eagles. We come back. We continue in our pregame show here on the Big Dawg, 99.5 WJLS.
Construction sales event. Attention Kia customers in the Beckley area. We are under construction but are still open for business. And the deals.
Back here at Capitol High, the Beckley Flying Eagles and the Capital Cougars get ready to do battle here this afternoon on New Year's Eve. Get ready to kick into the 2025 portion of this schedule. And if folks listening back in Beckley have not been to Capitol High in a while, this gymnasium's changed a little bit, hasn't it?
It has indeed, and all for the better, let me say. Again, you see changes like this throughout the state of West Virginia, but again, here at Capital, I think Capital really was in need of a lot of change. I think they got the right changes in the right place. It's a different group of young men and women here at Capitol High that they really, really dig their athletics, but they've got to have the right leaders, I think. I thought Mike Green was one of the better high school basketball coaches in the state. I still think he is. For some reason, it just didn't work out for him, and he wanted to try something else. Good for him. They've got a guy, though, now in Cookie Miller that's been here. He's played in this uniform. He played for head coach Carl Clark, if you remember Carl in days gone by. So, again, it's a good atmosphere. I was talking, as I said earlier, with one of the scorekeepers, and it's just a different atmosphere now. We saw that, Fred, in the JV game. Those kids played hard.
Yeah, they really did. Beckley loses 55-49, and also when you walk into the gymnasium, you've got new bleachers that were different. The old wooden bleachers are gone. You've got the new plastic bleachers. You've got a brand new floor that's got the dark gray wood. That is something that you see a lot more of now. New fresh coat of paint. I mean, I remember times walking in here and it looked like it was falling apart. And they have really put the money and the time into fixing this gymnasium up, and it really looks nice.
Yeah, and bringing the bleachers in from we're at courtside, where we're going to broadcast from, and behind us they have the bleachers that pull out, and they've pulled them out, and that takes away that cavernous look, if you will, that was so familiar here at Capitol High School. So good for them. They've done a lot of great things here in Kanawha County with this gymnasium, and I'm certainly throughout the school. So it's going to be interesting, though, to see how Beckley does actually away from home. Now, they played one road game, but this is really away from home against an opponent that quite possibly you could see in the postseason. So you got to be ready for it.
Yeah, that's the one thing about this, as I mentioned, Coach, and we talked a little bit about it. Beckley's getting ready to go on a stretch of 4 games today here against Capital. Thursday we travel to Huntington, and then we've got 2 games at the New River CTC next week at the Raleigh County Convention Center, where we'll play Campbell Midland and Jefferson. Those are the games that Beckley needs to play to see exactly where they're at, because all 4 of those teams, depending on how it plays out, could very well be in Charleston.
I remember a long time ago talking with a former great head coach, and folks in southern West Virginia certainly remember the name Don Knuckles from down at Mullins. And Don told me one time, and I've never forgotten it, that's when they only played 20 games. He said, Fred, we practice for 20 games, and I want to make that practice as hard as I can. I don't care what my record is at the end of those 20 games. As a head coach, you want to win them all, but if you're getting better, if you're playing better talent, which makes you better, that's what I'm after. I saw him one year go to the state tournament with a record of 10-10, and he won the state championship.
Yeah, exactly right. So when you look at that schedule coming from Beckley, and I get it too. I mean, it is about making money and things like that. You want to have some of those money games and money gates, but you also want to make sure that your team is ready for that next step. And that next step is going to Charleston. And you think about it for Beckley, Beckley has not won a state championship since 2008. So these guys don't know what that's like. You know, and we talked about the 90s, and they expected that. They knew what it was like. Now you've got to play these teams that's going to challenge you, so you know exactly what to look for when you go to Charleston. If you have to meet up, let's say, with a Capital again. We've already seen them. You know what they got.
Well, that makes practice for Ron Kidd and his staff so much easier after a game like today. Certainly, if you play a team like Capital where you're going to get pressured and you make mistakes, that's something that Ron can take the film and look at and say, hey, here's what we have to do the next time. If you're playing teams that you're 30 points better than, you're not going to learn a whole lot from that.
Yeah, and that's why I think going back into the game against Saturday against Shady, even though Beckley lost that game, Beckley, I thought, can take away a lot from that. They can take away the fact that, hey, we just shot the ball better, we win that game. Defense played pretty well. There's a lot of good things you can take away from a loss sometimes, and I think today we see a different type of game that Beckley hasn't seen. We haven't seen a team that can match up with them athletically like what we're going to see here this afternoon with Capital. Up and down the floor is what we're going to see.
I really think it's important for Beckley to win this game, especially coming off the loss they had against Shady Spring. I think it's very, very important against a good ball club that they're going to see here today that they win this game on the road. I think that they'll leave the Charleston area feeling much better about themselves.
Especially, I know players or coaches don't look ahead, but especially when you got what's coming up on Thursday, when you travel to Huntington. Now, I know Huntington struggled. They have some football players that are not playing right now that are injured. Xavion Wilson comes to mind. He might be back. He might not be back. That's a team that's going to be a lot better as this season goes on, but going to their place to play is always tough.
Well, that's what Cookie Miller was telling me before the game. He said, hey, we're nowhere near where we're going to be come early March. And I think that's very, very true of a lot of these teams, Beckley included.
I think also, too, from the standpoint, Beckley has got to realize you still got teams that play you that makes their season if they beat Beckley because of that name across the chest and what Beckley basketball means. And I think sometimes these kids forget about that. They need to realize that some teams, they go 1-21. That one wins against Beckley. They think they have a successful season.
Yeah, but let's be fair here, and I'm on the outside technically. Beckley needs to go farther in the state tournament. It's not good enough for Beckley just to get to the state tournament anymore. They need to go a little farther, a little deeper, and that brings that chance of winning another flag. 16, unbelievable. No one else in the state has that. But number 17, I think, is needed and needed soon.
Yeah, no doubt about it. And of course, the soccer team with Kobe Dillon on the floor, or on the pitch for that, so he knows what it's about to win a state championship, and that's what we're trying to see what this Beckley team can do here against this season. When you look at that schedule coming up, very tough, no doubt about it. So Beckley's got to get it going, and hopefully those shots start falling here this afternoon against the Capital Cougars. We're going to take another break. When we come back, we'll continue, get you ready for this matchup between Beckley and Capitals coming up next here on the Big Dog, 99.5 WJLS.
On the Big Dog, 99.5 WJLS.
Back here at Capital High School, Beckley and Capital getting ready to do battle as we get ready for this matchup. There's going to be a name that we're going to talk a lot about Capital that Beckley people will recognize as well. The last name, Scruggs. That is Tavon Scruggs. He is in the starting lineup. He is the son of Anthony Scruggs. Of course, Tamon Scruggs, older brother of Trayvon, played at South Charleston. Trayvon is now here, but a former Beckley great playing for Capital here this afternoon.
And Trayvon looks,
Trayvon,
looks a lot like his dad.
He does.
He looks a lot like his dad. I mean, he really, really does. And he's a starter, as you mentioned, so be interesting to see. I like when you look at the starting five for the Capital Cougars, and we'll get over into that, it's all athleticism. That's what you see. I guarantee you, number 2, Devin Hale, is a shooter. You can just look at him, long and lean. You can tell he's going to be a shooter. He's one of the captains of this ball club. So it'll be interesting to see how Beckley's defense, that's the key. Beckley got to stay out of foul trouble because you know a Capital-led team by Cookie Miller is going to do some charging at you and see what you can do.
Yeah, no doubt about it. They are going to. And Beckley, and even though that bench is developing for Beckley, it's not where right now where you can go 3 or 4 players down on the bench for the Flying Eagles to get positive action out of them. So it is building. They're playing more and more JV ball, but it is not where it needs to be right now. So, yeah, you cannot get in foul trouble in this game here this afternoon.
Yeah, and I watched the JV game, most of it. I saw the first 2.5 quarters, and I was really, really impressed with them. They're being coached, of course, by Eric Gill and James Lewis, doing a great job. and I liked what he got out of that team. I mean, they got beat at the end just because some shots wouldn't fall. But, boy, they were getting after it.
Yeah, they were. No doubt about it. All right, we got it coming up next. Beckley Capital. We'll give it to you. Play-by-play starters on the way here on the Big Dog. 99.5 WJLS.
I spent a lot of time. I spent a lot of nights with Dave Barksdale, and certainly before that we had other great ones, Jackie Joe Robinson and Gary Lewis,
Gary Nichols.
Coach Van Meter. It goes back a long way. So it tells you, but it also tells you, and the coaches will be the first to tell you, Fred, it's all about the Jimmies and Joes and not so much the X's and O's.
Yeah.
We're ready to go. Basketball action. Quarter number one. The Flying Eagles dressed in their traveling maroon uniforms. The Cougars in their home whites to call the play-by-play. Here's the voice of the Flying Eagles, Fred Persinger II.
Trayvon Scruggs and Jalen Walton will tip it, and the tip controlled by the Flying Eagles. Kobe Dillon brings it across the midcourt stripe. Pass goes down in the corner to Preston Clary. Preston has it on the wing, gives it back over to Kobe, back over to Preston. Preston gives a pass up top now as they work it off to Jalen. Down in the corner to A.J. Thomas. Back it goes to Zai. Step back, fires a three off the rim. No good. Rebound pulled down by the Capital Cougars. Kai Wade gets the rebound and brings it up the floor for Capital. Just underway, no score. Pass goes on the left side of the floor to Camden Harris. Harris picked up by Zai. Beckley's in that familiar man-to-man defense. High post pass will go to Trayvon Tyson. Now they work it off to Camden Harris. Now it goes to Scruggs. Trayvon down the corner, working against Jalen. Works it back around to Camden Harris. Camden stands there with it, makes the drive against Zai, gives it off to Scruggs. Left side, he'll fire the three, won't go. Rebound, we're going to whistle a foul to be called on the rebound on Capital. Kai Wade picks up his first foul.
Kai Wade is only a freshman. He's about 6'5", and he is really the kid that does a lot of motion. He plays mostly out on the wing and then charges the board trying to get the rebound, and that's how he got the foul going over the back.
Kind of surprised you saw not really a slowdown, but just moving the ball around for Capital on that first possession. Inside pass from Beckley goes to Jalen. Jalen lost his dribble, picks it back up. Now he gives the pass back over to Kobe. Kobe top of the key. Jump pass down to the corner to Zai. Zai fakes the three, drives baseline, kicks it back down to Kobe. Now Kobe drives baseline, bounce pass into Jalen. Kick it out to Zai. Quick three on the way, off the rim, no good. Rebound pulled down by A.J. Thomas. Kick it out to Kobe Dillon on the right side. Back to A.J. He will fire a three. This one no good. Rebound. Fought for, loose, picked up by the Capital Cougars. With the rebound is Devin Hale. So the cold three-point shooting continuing for Beckley. 0 for 3 so far in this game.
Yeah, but they're getting good looks. They'll fall.
Trayvon with it on the left side, gives it down in the corner, jumper for three on the way, no good by Hale. Rebound pulled down by Jalen Walton for Beckley. Jalen gets it off to Zai, pass up the floor, out of bounds. Last touch by Capital, it will stay with Beckley.
Yeah, went off the fingertips of Kai Wade, who was really coming up from behind quickly. Nice defensive play by that youngster.
So Beckley will get the ball even though Capital is standing there. So inbound it. It's going to be Beckley's ball. There we go. A.J. Thomas will get it in bounds. A.J. looking, finds Kobe Dillon. 6:10 to go first quarter, no score. Zai works it around to the right side to Preston Clary. Takes it to the right baseline, behind the back dribble. Picks up his dribble now, looking with it. Give it off to Kobe. Kobe takes it left side, takes it to the free throw line. Bounce pass goes into Jalen, puts it up and in. Jalen scores the first points for Beckley. Beckley up 2-0. Beckley going with a full-court press, trying to speed the game up a little bit. Camden Harris, double team, gets out of it with a pass up the floor. On the right side, it goes to Trayvon. Inside, short jumper off the rim, won't go. Rebound pulled down by Kobe Dillon. Long pass down the floor, goes to Zai, takes it up, lays it up and scores. Zai scores his first points. Beckley up 4-0, 5.5 minutes to go first quarter. Back the other way, Camden Harris, long pass up the floor, goes to Scruggs. Trayvon, double team down in the corner, looking to get out of it, does so with the pass on the right side to Camden Harris. Through the lane, forcing the shot up, blocking foul going to be called on Beckley. They call the blocking foul on A.J. Thomas, that's his first foul.
Yeah, I thought a good call. He got there just a little bit too late. Beckley loves to jump into that made shot defense. It's only going to work, though, if guys like Dillon and Lawson get back in order to protect the back line.
All right, so no, not a shooting foul. So Capital will get it in bounds underneath their own basket. Camden Harris looks to get the ball in. Does so down in the corner to Trayvon Scruggs. Trayvon takes it to the wing. Now he's swinging around on the left side with a pass to Trayvon Tyson. Tyson picked up by Jalen Walton. Takes it to the left elbow. Bounce pass or jump pass down the corner. Will go to Hale. He'll take a baseline. This is going to be another blocking foul call on Beckley. This one on Preston. So Preston picks up his first, second team foul. This time it will send Capital to the line for 2 shots.
I'll let you know what you have to do in order to take a charge in about 5 minutes. I haven't figured that part out yet. I agreed on one and I disagreed on the last one.
I thought that was more of a charge.
Yeah, I did too.
I thought Preston was there.
He was definitely there.
And
he didn't lean or anything. He was just there.
That was what Ron was saying. The first free throw was no good by Devin Hale. Preston got up and said, man, I didn't get hit that hard in football season. So some subs coming into the game for Capital. David Robinson Jr. checks in. Also Grant Barclay will check in. Second free throw by Hale is up and good. Rattles in. First point of the game for the Capital Cougars. 4-1, Beckley up. 5:06 to go. And also coming in now is Elijah Bennett for the Cougars.
Bennett, a senior that comes in off the bench.
Kobe Dillon has it for Beckley. Looks like now Capital stretching out that man-to-man. Left side goes to Zai. Step back, fires another three. This one won't go. Rebound tipped around and pulled down by Capital. Elijah Bennett brings it up the floor. Jump pass across the timeline goes to Camden Harris. Camden skips it on the left side of the floor to Grant Barclay. Barclay looking, skips it up top now with the pass to David Robinson Jr. David works it up to Scruggs. Backs it goes to Robinson. Fall away jumper good. David Robinson scores 4-3. Beckley up by 1. 4:25 to go in the first quarter. Nice. Beckley sends it to Jalen inside. Back to Kobe and back to Jalen. Jalen spins. Short jumper good. Jalen's got 4. Beckley up 6-3. Coming down to 4:10 first quarter. Devin Hale has all this taken away by Beckley. Ball loose on the floor. Picked up though by the Cougars. Camden Harris works it around to Barclay, and he's going to be called for travel.
Boy, great hustle that last time by A.J. Thomas. Dove on the floor, slapped the ball away. Kobe tried to get there in time and just couldn't do so, but a great defensive play by A.J. Thomas.
3:55 to go in this first quarter of play. Beckley leading 6-3. Kobe brings it across the timeline. Gives it off to Zai on the left. Zai brings it up between the circles, takes it top of the key, down through the lane, lays it up high off glass. Good, and he's fouled. That's what Preston Clary can do. So athletic. Beat his defender, which was Grant Barclay, off of it.
Fred, that's big boy basketball right there. You know what helped? Playing football.
Exactly right. He even said that. I talked to him about it, and he said, football's helped me. I've gotten stronger. I'm more aggressive. And you've seen that so far this year from Preston.
No doubt.
Second free throw, or first free throw by Preston is good, so he makes the three-point play. And Beckley is now up by 6, 9-3. 3:40 to go here in the first quarter. Barclay, pass on the left side of the floor, goes to Elijah Bennett. He takes it through, forces it up and scores. First points of the game for Elijah Bennett. Back the other way. Zy Hawthorne has it for Beckley. Takes it through the lane. Little floater off the front of the rim, no good. Rebound pulled down by Camden Harris. Camden up the floor pass. Will go to Scruggs. Scruggs takes it in. Has it knocked away from behind by Kobe Dillon. It will stay with Capital.
Kobe almost saved that ball from going out of bounds. Great defensive play. Great hands that time by Kobe Dillon.
Capital will get it in. Grant Barclay. Trigger the inbounds pass. Goes through on the right to Camden Harris. Down in the corner goes back to Barclay, who's picked up by A.J. Thomas. Now they go up top to Camden Harris, and he resets the offense. Harris works with it now to Elijah Bennett. Elijah hands it off to David Robinson. He'll take it through the lane. Layup try good. Robinson's got 4, 9-7. Beckley up by 2. 2:55 to go opening quarter. Preston kicks the pass down to the corner. Zy fakes the 3, drives baseline this time, lays it up, and we got a blocking foul. And he'll count the basket by Zy.
Barclay just picked up his second personal foul.
So 2 fouls on Barclay. That time Zy was thinking about the 3, pump faked with it, drove the baseline, and got the finger roll layup to go.
Best free throw shooter on the team for the Flying Eagles. 10 of 12 coming in.
Free throw by Zy. In and out, no good. See,
Announcer jinx. Announcer jinx.
Kobe Dillon fighting for the offensive rebound. Scruggs comes out of there with it, and now we're going to have a foul called on Kobe. Boy, that was Kobe just fighting for it, though.
That's all right. I'll take that foul. That's okay. You want that.
Yeah. So Kobe picks up his first foul, 13th foul. Both teams have 3. Beckley's got the 4-point lead, 11-7. 2:40 to go here in the first quarter. Grant Barclay, pass on the right side to Camden Harris. Harris picked up by A.J. Gives the pass up top to David Robinson, who's picked up by Zy. Robinson takes it to the left. Down the left side of the lane, jump pass down the corner, goes to Elijah Bennett. He'll take it up. Off the glass, no good. And Preston Clary gets the rebound for Beckley. Preston brings it up the floor. Ball topped away from behind. We have another foul, and Elijah Bennett's just picked up his 3rd. 4th team foul. Trayvon Tyson checks back in. They're keeping Bennett on the floor with 3 fouls.
Here is something we're already seeing. I think Capital's depth a little better than Beckley's right now, early in the season.
Right now with it for Beckley. Zy has it. Takes it to top of the key. Give it off to Jalen. Left side, Kobe fires a long 3. Boom. Kobe Dillon hits his first 3 of the game. His 149th in his career, and Beckley has opened up a 7-point lead.
He's got to find a way to get open. We have played 6 minutes. That was his first shot.
Yeah. 2-minute mark. Beckley up by 7. We're in this first quarter of play, 14-7. Cougars with the ball. Left side pass will go to Trayvon Tyson. Tyson pass on the right to Scruggs. Trayvon looking with it, picked up by Jalen. Good defense by Jalen. He picks up his dribble and works it back around to David Robinson Jr. 1:39 to go, first quarter. Beckley up 14-7. They'll give the pass on the left side to Elijah Bennett, who's got 3 fouls. Back on the right side of the floor goes to David Robinson Jr. Robinson stands there looking against by Kobe. Now the pass goes to Barclay. Barclay takes it to the baseline, hounded by A.J. Thomas. Pass knocked away and stolen by Preston Clary for Beckley. Preston leaves it off for Kobe. Short jumper for the baseline, won't go. Rebound tipped out to Kobe. Kobe brings it back, walks on the right side to Zy. Fakes another 3, whips the pass left side to Preston, who's open for 3 off the back of the rim, no good. Rebound pulled down by Preston. Give it out to Kobe. Kobe through the lane. Pass on the right side goes to Zy. Zy now takes the baseline, kicks it back over to Kobe. Kobe looking, kicks it back to Zy. He'll fire the 3, hit it. Great ball movement by Beckley. Zy's got 7, Beckley up by 10, 17-7, 45 seconds to go in the quarter.
Boy, they move well without the ball, Fred, and that's what makes that type of offense, that motion offense work.
Elijah Bennett with it for Capital, picked up by Preston Clary. Preston takes it to the left side. Pass will work it now to Trayvon Tyson. They give it up top. Jump over three by Scruggs. No good, but he gets his own rebound. Steps through, forces it up. Won't go. Rebound tipped up. Won't go. This time it's pulled down by Beckley. Jalen Walton gets the rebound. Will give it off to Zion Hawthorne. Zion quickly with it across the timeline. Coast to coast. Lays it up and scores. Good first quarter by Zion Hawthorne. He's got 9. Beckley up by 12, 19-7. 4 seconds left. 3 seconds. Here comes David Robinson. Lets it go. Ball is partially blocked by Zion. First quarter's come to an end. Good first quarter for the Beckley Flying Eagles. We played one with your score. Beckley 19, Capital 7. Back at this timeout.
WJLS.
Back here at Capital High School, good first quarter for the Beckley Flying Eagles, up 19-7 over Capital. Good defense by the Flying Eagles, and still not shooting the ball well from outside. They do have a couple of threes, but they're doing these little things, working the ball around, getting good shots. So a pretty good first quarter for Beckley.
No doubt. And again, I like the unselfishness of the kids on the floor. They're not looking to see where they can get their shot. They're looking for the best shot. We found that when Kobe Dillon was all by himself way out on the left wing. That was definitely the best shot because Kobe can shoot that far out, and he nailed it. So that's the key right now. They are playing Beckley basketball. They're not playing Zion Hawthorne basketball, Kobe Dillon basketball. They're not playing individual at all.
So Capital with the ball. Elijah Bennett running the point. Picked up by Preston Clary. Work it off to David Robinson. He'll take it through the lane. Put it up. Has it blocked by Jalen, but they call Jalen for the foul. First foul called on Jalen. There'll be 2 shots coming for David Robinson Jr.
He's one of the kids that came in off the bench, didn't start, had 4 points in that first quarter. And the youngster is only a sophomore.
Makes the first free throw. We'll have one more. Beckley up by 11, 19-8. I think it was a good bounce-back quarter for Beckley after a frustrating game on Saturday against Shady. Got a pause in the action right now for some reason.
Well, there's some blood, I think, on the uniform of Robinson. But maybe it's nail polish. I don't know. They're saying play.
Second free throw. In and out and back in. So David makes them both. 19-9, Beckley up by 10, 7:45. Back the other way, Preston Clary rises up from 16 feet, no good. Gets his own rebound. It's knocked away and taken away by Elijah Bennett for the Capital Cougars. Still, once again, not a bad shot, though, by Preston. Right side with it is David Robinson Jr. Here comes the double team, loses it, picks it back up. Now works with the pass left side to Barclay, who will fire the three, no good. Preston Clary gets the rebound for Beckley. Preston brings it up the floor. Has it top of the key, jump pass over on the left to Kobe. Kobe gives it back over to Preston. Preston right side pass to Zai. Zai dumps it into Jalen. Jalen backs in, pump fakes, takes it up strong, will be fouled by Trayvon Scruggs. First foul on Scruggs. Jalen will go to the line for 2 shots. This is where Jalen, if you have to criticize one part of his game so far this year, it will be the free throw shooting. Just 7 of 16. Make it 7 of 17 from the line. He misses the first. He struggled last year at the first part of the season, but he got better as the year rolled on. But for a young man that's going to go to the line a lot, you got to make more than 44% of it. Second free throw. Good. 6'4" senior makes 1 of 2. He's got 5 in the game. Beckley up 20-9, 7:05 to go first half. Elijah Bennett. Pass goes over on the left side of the floor. They work it off to David Robinson Jr. Now they skip it down to the corner to Barclay. Fires a short jumper and scores. Grant Barclay scores his first points of the game. Back the other way. They give it inside. It's Beckley to Jalen. Misses it. Gets it back. Puts it up and in. Boy, quick movement by Beckley getting the ball down the floor. Jalen puts it up on the second effort. Beckley up by 11, 22-11.
Jalen now with 7 points in the ball game.
This is not normal for Beckley either. You're looking at defense right now playing back in a 1-3-1 zone.
Right, they've switched a couple of times.
Left side of the floor, they work it with it to Robinson. Robinson has it taken away by A.J. Thomas. And then it's picked up by Preston. Preston Gives it down to Kobe. He'll fire an open three. Off the rim, no good. We're going to whistle, and what we got? We got a foul called on Beckley. Going to call it on Preston.
Yeah, going over the back on the rebound. It's his second.
Preston's got 2 now. Second team foul call on Beckley here in the second quarter. And Beckley will go on to the bench for the first time. Taylor Williams, a 6-foot senior, will check in. Once again, Taylor, a young man who played basketball his 8th grade year, decided not to play his 9th, 10th, and 11th. Came out as a senior, and Coach Kidd loves the way he plays defense.
Just wonder where he was his 3 years.
6:05 to go in this first half. Beckley up by 11, 22-11. Down in the corner, Elijah Bennett works it around to Camden Harris. Now it goes to David Robinson. David picked up by AJ, takes it through the lane, and we got a ball knocked out of bounds. Last touch by Zion. Coach Kidd looked at Don and said, Zion, scoot over, take the charge.
Yeah, and he almost didn't have to scoot over. He almost got knocked over there.
Trayvon Scruggs will check out for Capital. Barclay will get the ball inbound. He'll do so to Robinson. Takes a couple of dribbles, picks it up, shoots the jumper, and scores.
It's a good-looking player to come off the bench.
He's got 8. Beckley up 22-13, 5:40 to go first half. Taylor Williams, bounce pass right side goes to Zy Hawthorne. Zy skips it left side to Kobe. Kobe takes the jump set, won't go. Tipped up, won't go. Jalen gets the offensive rebound for a third chance and is tied up. And the foul going to be called on Capital. Call this foul on David Robinson Jr. That's his first. Or did they call it on Camden?
They called it on Camden Harris.
Right, so Camden picks up his first. Down in the corner, Zy Hawthorne open, fires a 3 and hits it. Second 3 of the game for Zy. He's got 12 points. Beckley now up by 12, 25-13. 5:15 to go in the first half. David Robinson Jr. picked up by A.J. Thomas. Pass goes on the left to Elijah Bennett. Elijah whips the pass inside, too high, out of bounds, off of the fingertips of David Robinson Jr. and Beckley gets the ball back. Bringing it up the floor for Beckley. Kobe Dillon, pass right side to Zy. Zy inside to Jalen. Jalen spins, shoots, in and out, no good. Rebound out of bounds. Last touch by Taylor Williams for Beckley.
Boy, a nice soft shot inside by Jalen. It just wouldn't fall. Perfect shot, almost perfect, but when it rolled off the back of the rim. But man, he got up high and just tried to lay it over the front of the rim.
That's been the thing for Beckley with these missed shots. They're not bad shots, they're just not falling for him. Down in the corner, jumping for 3 on the way, no good by Camden Harris, but the rebound pulled down by Robinson Jr., and now we got a foul call on Beckley. A.J. Thomas has picked up his second foul. And we have a 30-second timeout called by Capital with 4:39 to go here in this first half of play. Beckley leads 25-13. Early thoughts?
Early thoughts, Beckley, I love the way they are playing team basketball. Again, those shots, you mentioned it, they're good shots. They're not forcing anything. The 2 or 3 that Kobe has missed, he had good looks. They just didn't fall, and they're going to start to fall. You'll see that. So I like the way they're playing team basketball. Defensively, I think they sometimes get caught out of position, just like when he wanted Jalen to take the charge. But that will come in time. Again, we're only looking at this is their 4th game of the season. So you can't get everything. You can't correct everything in practice. You just can't do it. It's like playing golf. You actually have to get out there and play. You can't do it on the practice tee. You just can't do it. So they're getting much, much better. I love the way they're playing team basketball, though.
Grant Barclay will get it in for Capital after the 30-second timeout underneath the Cougars basket. Does so up top to David Robinson Jr. He's picked up by A.J. A.J.'s got to play a little smarter now. He's got 2 fouls. Don't want him to pick up that third here in the first half. Barclay has it on the right side, gives it now to Trayvon Tyson. Tyson backs in, kicks it up top to Barclay, fires a 16-foot jumper, no good. It goes out of bounds, and Beckley will get the ball.
All right, you mentioned about A.J. playing now with 2, and of course Preston's on the bench with 2. If A.J. picks up that third, where does Coach Kidd go?
You go with the freshman, Gage Burdett. Young man's played the last 2 games, and he comes in, has hit 2 threes. Inside, Jalen shoots and scores. Good move by Jalen Walton. He's got 9. Gage Burdett's a young man that we're going to be talking about a lot as he continues his career, not only on the basketball field, but also in the football field for Beckley. He's one of those guys that has it. You know, the it factor, Gage has got it.
Beckley's got 2 players that has 21 of their 27 points, though.
Now we take a drive to the basket. Taylor Williams will be whistled for the foul. That'll be his first foul. And that will send Trayvon Tyson to the line for 2 shots.
It's the 7th team foul on the Flying Eagles.
So 2 shots coming for Trayvon Tyson, who has not scored.
You missed the old 1-and-1?
No.
I don't either. Not at all.
I think it's kind of sped up the game a little bit. I don't know if that was what the intention was for it, but.
Well, I think they feel rebounding is a lost art, and I think it is. You're going over the back, being an unnecessary foul, so you take care of that.
Second free throw off the back of the rim, no good. So Tyson makes 1 of 2. Beckley has the 13-point lead, 27-14. Right side, Kobe. Gives it inside to Jalen. Jalen backs in, jumper good. I have said it for the past 3 games. They're getting close to saying it right now. I don't think they have anybody that can guard Jalen Walton.
He's got 11 points right now. Zion's got 12, so 23 of the 29 from those 2 players.
Down in the corner, jumper for 3 by Hale. Won't go. Rebound pulled down by Beckley. Kobe Dillon brings it up the floor. Has it on the left side. Bounce pass goes to Taylor Williams. Lays it up. Won't go. Rebound pulled down by Capital. Devin Hale. Pass up the floor. Will go to Kai Wade. And now we got a whistle. A foul called. We're calling on Beckley. Kobe now has 2 fouls.
Last time down the floor, Taylor just got just a little too far under the basket coming in and laid it a little too strong off the back.
So Beckley now with 3 players with 2 fouls. You've got Kobe, AJ, and Preston. Free throw good by Kai Wade. He'll have 1 more. His first point of the game. Second free throw. Off the back of the rim, rolls around and falls through. So Kai makes them both. 29-16, Beckley up by 13. Kobe takes it coast to coast. Layup trying, no good. Rebound pulled down by Capital. Bringing it back the other way, Camden Harris. Works it on the right side. David Robinson puts it up and scores. He's in double figures with 10 points for Capital. Lead cut down to 11. AJ gives it inside to Jalen. Jalen backs in, double team. We're going to have a whistle and a foul going to be called on Capital. They'll call this one on Trayvon Tyson. That's his first. Beckley will get the ball inbounds, leading by 11, 29-18, 2:39 to go here in the first half. Kobe will get it inbounds. Looking. Still looking. We'll find Jalen. Jalen takes it up strong, scores. Jalen 9 points in the quarter. 13 in the game. Beckley up 31-18.
Zai had 9 in the first quarter. Jalen's got 9 in the second quarter.
Down in the corner for Capital will be Barclay, or check that, Devin Hale. They'll work it up top to David Robinson Jr. Left side pass goes to Kai Wade. Back it goes to Robinson. Robinson jump step through the lane and he traveled.
Yeah, he did. But see now in the NBA where he's watched that, that's not
That's
travel.
not a travel.
No, you could have taken 2 more steps in the NBA.
That's true. Well, if you're LeBron or somebody.
Well, yeah, exactly. Good point. I think Beckley needs to look for the good shot this time down the floor.
2:05 to go. Beckley up by 13, 31-18. 2 minutes to go. Kobe stands there with it on the left. Kobe takes it to the left side. Inside goes to Jalen. Jalen pump fakes, puts it up and scores. Every time down the floor, that should be where you go right now.
No question.
33-18, Beckley up. Minute 40 to go. David Robinson spins, takes it to the left side. Inside short jumper is up and in by Devin Hale. Devin's got 3. 33-20, Beckley up. Left side, Zai takes it down through the lane, behind the back dribble, fires a jumper from 14 feet. Short won't go. Rebound pulled down by Capital. Up the floor pass. Will go now to Trayvon. He'll lay it up and score. Trayvon Tyson's got 3. 33-22. Back the other way. A.J. Thomas shoots the three. Too strong. Rebound pulled down by Capital's David Robinson. Robinson brings it up. Stops. Free throw line. Jumper good. And head coach Ron Kidd wants a quick timeout. Beckley's offense, the last 2 times down the floor, went away from what they were doing. It was so successful, and that's working around and getting to Jalen.
Yeah, no doubt about it. And again, we talked earlier, right after the first quarter, about playing Beckley basketball, looking for the wide open look. Now, take nothing away from Zy and Jalen. They have scored all 14 points here in this second quarter by Beckley. Yeah. All 14 they have. And again, it's not that they have taken bad shots. It's just others are not getting in position to get the shot.
Yeah.
So they have to do what they have to do. But you've got to find a way for Kobe Dillon. Kobe Dillon's got 3 points in this game. 3 points.
And he has not shot the ball much. Now, it'll be interesting to see how many assists he has, because that's what he noticed. He struggled from the floor, but it's like in the last game against Shady, he had 9 points, but he had 5 assists. So they're doing other things as well. But the last 2 times down the floor, it wasn't that there were bad shots.
Nope.
It was just the fact when you've got Jalen, who has 9 points this quarter, and they can't stop him, that's where you go every time until they find a way to stop him.
Well, Jalen's got 11 points in this quarter.
11, 15 in the game.
And Zy has the other 3.
Yep.
And again, Preston Clary, he's got 3 points in the game. Kobe Dillon has 3 points in the game. Those are double-figure scores. So you say, okay, fine. Maybe they'll take over in the third and the fourth quarter, and that's probably going to happen because they're too good of shooters. But they need to spread it around a little more like they were in the first quarter.
Yeah. 33-24, Beckley up by 9, but Capital has scored the last 4 points.
And that was because Beckley took ill-advised shots. They just went down and popped a shot.
Now we've got stoppage of play before it starts again for some reason. Okay, now we're ready. Taylor Williams will get the ball in bounds for Kobe Dillon. Taylor playing for Preston's on the bench with 2 fouls for Beckley. Left side, A.J. Thomas. Under a minute to go in the first half. They give it over to Kobe. Kobe right side. Or actually, Kobe has it now. Gives it inside to Jalen. Shoots and scores. And Coach Ron Kidd said, that's all we need to do. 35-24. David Robinson Jr. gives a pass on the right side now. As they work it off to Trayvon Tyson. Now they go off to Barclay. Back it goes to Tyson up top. Right side goes to Scruggs. Trayvon Scruggs back over to Tyson. Trayvon takes it to the left. Works around to Barclay. Fakes the 3. Gives it back over to Tyson. Tyson through the lane. Jumper short, no good. But Capital gets the rebound. Put up and in by David Robinson. He's got 10 points this quarter. 14 in the game for Capital. 35-26. Beckley up. 9 seconds to go. Kobe leaves it off for Taylor Williams. Taylor gives it off to A.J. 5 seconds. Inside to Jalen with 3. Jalen, they're going to call an offensive foul.
Good call. Boy, you lower that shoulder as Jalen did, and you're going to get the call.
Jalen now has 2 fouls. 2.1 seconds left. Capital. Coming into the game for Beckley is Lucas Rainey for the final 2 seconds. Inbounds pass will go to Robinson. Lets it go just past half court. It's going to be no good. We have played one half of basketball here at Capitol High with your score. Beckley 35, Capital 26. Back at this timeout on the Big Dog, 99.5 WJLS.
99.5 WJLS.
Back here at Capitol High, we're at the half with Beckley leading Capital 35-26. Beckley outscores Capital 19-7 in the first. Capital outscores Beckley 19-16 in the second. So Beckley with the 9-point lead at 35-26. Look at individual scoring. First of all, for the Capital Cougars. They were led in the first half by David Robinson. He scored 10 points in the second quarter, finished the first half with 14. Devin Hales got 3. Grant Barclay with 2. Elijah Bennett with 2. Kai Wade with 2. And Trayvon Tyson with 3. Camden Harris, along with Trayvon Scruggs, played but did not score. For the Beckley Flying Eagles, led the first half of play by Jalen Walton. Jalen finished the second quarter with 13 points. He's got 17 in the game for Beckley. Zy Hawthorne has 12 points. Kobe with 3. Preston Clary with 3. Lucas Rainey, A.J. Thomas, Taylor Williams has played but not scored. So Beckley up 35-26 here at the break. We'll come back and give you some of those team totals coming up here on the Big Dog, 99.5 WJLS.
99.5 WJLS.
Back here at Capital High School, Youth League basketball going on right now here at halftime with Beckley with the 9-point lead, 35-26 over the Capital Cougars. In that first half of play for Capital, they finished with 10 field goals in the game, all 10 of them coming from the 2-point line. No 3-point field goals. They were 6 of 8 from the free throw line. For Beckley, 15 field goals in the first half, 12 2-pointers, 3 3-pointers. Beckley 2 of 3 from the line in the first half for those 35 points. Foul situation for Capital. Got Elijah Bennett with 3 fouls. Camden Harris, David Robinson Jr., Kai Wade, Trayvon Tyson, and Trayvon Scruggs all with 1 foul. For Beckley, Kobe Dillon's got 2, A.J. Thomas with 2, Preston Clary with 2, Jalen Walton with 2, Taylor Williams has 1. So really not a lot of foul trouble, but if you're Beckley, 4 of your 5 starters have got 2 fouls as you get ready to start the second half. They got to play, I don't want to say a little hesitant, but they've got to be careful.
Well, A.J. Thomas was the one I kept watching. He picked up his second personal foul with 4 minutes left in the second quarter, and he did not pick up another one, and he didn't come out of the game until there was 2.1 seconds or something, whatever it was there at the very end. So he played smart, but he needs to play aggressive. That's the kind of defense he plays, and that's how he picked up those 2 personal fouls in the first half. But again, I think Beckley's got things going their way. The only problem I'd be concerned about a little bit is the defense. I thought the defense slacked off a little. I thought the shot selection was not as good the last couple of minutes of the second quarter, and that's how Capital came to outscore Beckley in that second quarter, 19-16. I'd be curious to know, some kids just play better coming off the bench. David Robinson did not start for the Capital Cougars, only a sophomore. He's got 14 points in the game.
Yeah, he played well in that second quarter, and Capital finished that first half on a 8-4 run. Beckley was up 31-18, and now it's 35-26. So yeah, Beckley slacked off. I think it was more of taking bad shots in the final couple of minutes. There was a couple of bad shots. They were open, but maybe not the shot that Coach Kidd wanted them to do, especially when you have Jalen doing what he does on the inside, and they couldn't stop that.
And not the shots that they were getting in the first quarter. As I mentioned, in that first quarter, man, they were looking for the other open person. They didn't do that the last 2-3 minutes of the second quarter, and they got outscored by 3, 19-16.
Yeah, something great coming up on January the 18th, and I'm talking about this a lot because I think it's a big thing that we are trying to do, and I had Andrew Pinnick on a talk show earlier today. January 18th against Greenbrier East at the Raleigh County Convention Center. It is 90s night. We are inviting all the players that played in the 1990s to come back to the Raleigh County Convention Center for that matchup against Greenbrier East. We'll honor them at halftime just to take a look and see what that decade of Beckley basketball did. 223-37, 5 state championships during that time. Some of the best players that you can rank players in the state of West Virginia, a lot of those guys came from Beckley during those 90s, and so we want to honor them. I think it's a great idea that Andrew Pinnick had. He's been working on this since last summer. We're going to have 90s music. Everybody can get into the convention center for $1. They want you to wear 90s gear and things like that. It's just going to be a big night, and we want to make it a big deal.
Yeah, I hope to be there. I think Jan and I would love to just watch the atmosphere of that going on at the Raleigh County Convention Center. Ooh, I said it right. And, again, it's a good time. I don't remember ticket prices being $1, but we'll take it, So it's a good time, and I think I was at the SSAC's office back when we were putting the football stuff together, and all the coaches were there for that first round. And I thought Wayne Ryan had the greatest compliment that you can have about an athletic director when he said that Andrew Pinnick, without question, was one of the top 3 athletic directors in the state.
Yeah.
Now that says something. There's a lot of schools. So Andrew Pinnick is doing a tremendous job as AD. What can you say about the principal at Woodruff?
Ryan's pretty good.
Ryan's pretty good, yeah. And he's young. He sees that vision. I think there's a lot of great things going on at Beckley. And again, I know they've gotten away from Woodrow Wilson as much as possible. Is that fair?
Yeah. I mean, the logo, you look at the new logo, it's got a B on it with the eagle below the B. It's like I've always called him Beckley.
I have too.
And when we go on the road and people say, They don't say, how's Woodrow Wilson doing? They say, how Beckley's doing.
Right,
You know?
agreed.
So I think that's the part of it that I think most people, it's kind of like the Armory. They always call the Armory, they call it Beckley.
Yeah, and I know that when I was in the chair you're in now, I probably 90% of the time call them just the Flying Eagles.
Yeah.
That's who they were to me. And but again, it's a great school. There's no question about that. The athletic program. Congratulations to Coach Laraba and that Class Quad A, first ever Class Quad A soccer state championship. Volleyball's doing great. So I think things are going extremely, extremely well for the Flying Eagles, and not only in athletics but other things as well. And you like to see that.
I was talking with Andrew Pinnick. We were talking about girls basketball, because girls basketball, they have not played since December 21st.
Wow.
I said, I know Brian Neighbors is very happy about that, but the girls probably are not. So they're ready to play. They get back to action on Friday against South Charleston at home. So that's a good start for them again. And then the wrestling team, a lot of people think that wrestling team could win a team state championship with some of the wrestlers they have. Yeah, I mean, it's a good time, no doubt about it, and it's exciting. So we want to get the people out there. We want that community, the Beckley community, to really support this coming up on January the 18th. So that's what we're hoping for. Hoping to have a big crowd for these kids to see that, because these kids haven't seen that Armory like it was. You remember I told Andrew we need to find a way. Remember back when we had the big bed sheet with Dave Dome spray painted on it, hanging up? Remember that?
Well, that must have been after my time.
I was in the 90s, man.
Well, that was before. That was when I was there. I don't, but you know.
But it's things like that.
I don't even remember if I had breakfast this morning or not. So, again, there's a lot of great memories when you get back into that building and Dave's Dome and all of that. And of course, Coach Barksdale's just a legend, and but he really earned everything during the 90s, and tremendous coach. And of course, Ron Kidd was right by his side throughout that. So they're all part of great state championships. First things first, though. We can talk about all of these things coming up and all of the good things going on. Beckley's come on the road. They lead by 9 at halftime in this ballgame. They have to go home with a win. Have to.
Yeah, the way they played in the first half, you cannot come out and let Capital get back in this game and make it a close one. You've got to make a statement here for Beckley, and hopefully they can do that here in the second half of play. So once again, January the 18th, 90s night at the Raleigh County Convention Center to celebrate the Beckley Flying Eagles. Once again, all-time record, 1,797 wins, 687 losses, 82 sectional championships, 57 regional championships, 16 state championships, 95 winning seasons for the Flying Eagles. Come back, we'll get you ready. Second half action, Beckley and Capital. Beckley leading 35-26. We're back at this break here on the Big Dog, 99.5 WJLS.
To Beckley basketball on the Big Dog, 99.5 WJLS.
Back here at Capitol High, getting ready to start second half action. Beckley with the 9-point lead, 35-26. And we were talking, assistant coach Mike Folks, and I brought up about the final 2 minutes. He said, yeah, that's what we talked about at halftime. We did not handle the ball right the final 2 minutes of the first half.
No, they did not. And again, the only thing I have to do is go back and play like they did in the first quarter. I thought that was the real key. I thought they played beautiful Beckley basketball in that first quarter. And sometimes, Fred, you get up by 13, you take the foot off a little bit, and you just can't do that against a team that is as athletic as the Cougars.
Yeah, Jalen Walton, 17 points in that first half of play, averaging 18 on the season. They just did not have an answer for Jalen.
No, well, there's not many teams going to have an answer for the kid. They list him at 6'4". I think it's probably closer to 6'5", I would think.
He plays bigger than that.
Oh, he plays much bigger than that.
He plays a lot stronger than he looks as well.
Oh, he definitely does, yeah. He plays like he's 6'7". He's smart, though, but he's got those kids you mentioned, 2 personal fouls, first 4 minutes, very, very important.
Yeah, Kobe, AJ, Jalen, and Preston, all with 2 fouls. We start this third quarter of play. Beckley will have the ball. A.J. Thomas will get it in to Kobe. Man-to-man defense by Capitals. We start. Kobe standing there just across the midcourt stripe. Gives it off to Zion on the left. Zy looking. Gives it on the right side to Preston. Preston back over to Zy. Zy retakes the top of the key. Gives it on the left side to Kobe. Kobe looking. Finds Zy on the left. Zy gives it back over to Kobe.
The Capital Cougars come out in this 2-3 zone, Fred.
Left side of the floor goes to Zy. Zy gives it back over to Kobe. Give it off to Preston. Now they're trying to get the bounce pass to Jalen, kicked by Capital. Yeah, Beckley, you can tell they have to make the adjustment now in this zone.
They definitely do. Beckley was faced with a man-to-man pressing defense in that first half. Not so much to start the second half.
Inbounds pass up top goes to Preston. Preston right side to Kobe. Kobe pass on the left side to Zy. He'll fire a long 3 from the left side. Won't go. Rebound pulled down by Capital. David Robinson gets the rebound. Brings it up the floor on the left for the Cougars. Robinson working with it against A.J. Thomas. Works it on the left side of the floor. Give it off to Barclay. Back it goes now on the right to Robinson. Camden Harris works it back off to Robinson. Now they give it off to Trayvon Scruggs. Trayvon takes it to the baseline. Works it back around now to Barclay. Grant picks up his dribble. Gives it back on the right side of the floor now. Driving baseline. Little floater up, no good. Rebound pulled down by Kobe. We're going to have a foul called on Capital. Grant Barclay will pick up his second foul.
You know, we talked in that first quarter how Beckley really moved without the basketball. Now facing this zone, that's what you have to do. You can't stand and watch the game. You've really got to move. Now they got a 1-2-2 zone they're looking at.
Bounce pass goes down in the corner to Preston. Now they work it off to A.J. Left side goes to Zy. Zy brings it up. High post pass goes to Jalen. Turns, shoots, in and out, no good. Rebound fought for. Jalen's going to be whistled for the foul. And Jalen now has 3.
That's just instinct to follow your shot. And it took kind of a bad bounce off the near side of the rim, and Jalen was in the wrong place.
So 6:20 to go. They're going to keep Jalen in the game right now with those 3 fouls. I think you have to.
I do too. Yeah, he's smart.
35-26, Beckley up by 9. Capital with the ball. David Robinson Jr. takes it to the right, gives the pass to Trayvon Tyson. Left side pass to Scruggs. He's open for 3, in and out, no good. Rebound tipped by Jalen a couple of times, and it goes into the hands of the Capital Cougars. Left side of the floor. David Robinson works it on the right to Tyson. Back it goes to Robinson. Robinson through the lane, quick move, jumper up, no good. We've got a blocking foul called on Beckley. They'll call this one on A.J., and now A.J. has 3. That's going to send David Robinson Jr. to the line for 2 shots. I almost thought there for a second that was going to be the 4th foul on Jalen.
It was close. It was close.
Free throw up off the rim, no good by Robinson. He'll have 1 more. It's 2 of 3 now from the line. 5:52 to go here in the third quarter. No scoring yet. Beckley up 35-26. And the second free throw, no good. Rebound, tipped by Capital. Foul going to be called on the Cougars. Trayvon Tyson picks up his 3rd. Or check that, his 2nd.
Good position that time by the Flying Eagles, Preston Clary, to be in the right place to take that going over the back foul on Tyson.
All right, so Beckley now has got to get it offensively. 1-2-2 zone by Capital. Kobe has it left side. He's open, fires a 3, hits it. One thing about playing a zone, if Kobe can get going, that's not going to keep him in the zone for long. Beckley up by 12, 38-26, second 3 of the game for Kobe. High post pass for Capital goes to Scruggs, takes a dribble down through the lane. Left side pass goes for 3, good by Devin Hale. 38-29, quickly back the other way. Zy Hawthorne has it, gives it over to Kobe. Kobe gives it off to A.J. A.J. back over to Kobe. Kobe takes a dribble, works it off to Zy. Zy gives it back to Kobe. Kobe inside to Jalen. Jalen's going to be fouled by Tyson. I think Trayvon just picked up his 3rd. You can tell
Harris on that one.
Oh, he got Harris?
Yeah.
Harris picks up his 2nd. can tell Beckley with this 1-2-2 zone, trying to work the ball around, still getting inside to Jalen.
Yeah, the 1-2-2 zone, it definitely opens up that middle, but boy, those passes have to be sharp.
Jalen has it now on the right elbow, gives it inside to Preston. Preston pump fakes. What we got? Another blocking foul call on Capital. Harris now has 3. I don't think Preston will be shooting. I'll take that back. Preston will be shooting 2 shots.
That's generous.
I thought so. That's why I said that. I didn't think he would be shooting. Preston on the year, now 3 of 5 from the line. He's 1 of 1 from the line today. He's got 3 points in the game for the 6'2 junior. Free throw, good. There's Preston, all honorable mention, all-state football in his first year playing football since he was in 8th grade.
Only a junior, and I know Coach Street Surratt is excited to have him back.
And A.J. Thomas, who made first team, so as a junior. Second free throw, good by Preston. So Preston makes them both. He now has 5 in the game. Beckley up by 11, 40-29. 4:40 to go third quarter. David Robinson Jr. calls the play, give it up top to Scruggs. Scruggs turns around against Jalen, backs in, takes it up off the glass and scores. Really not too much Jalen can do there.
No.
First points by Trayvon Scruggs. Jalen has 3 fouls. 4:20 to go. Beckley up by 9, 40-31. Jalen takes it in, turns, jump hook, off the rim, no good. Rebound pulled down by Scruggs for Capital. Move it off to Robinson. Up the floor pass will go to Devin Hale. He'll take it in, step through, jumper no good, offensive foul. Devin Hale picks up his first foul. A.J. Thomas, well, check that, Preston Clary took the charge.
Yeah, nice job that time, and sometimes you never know which way the official's going to lean. Did he give him enough room to come down? Was he in the air when he set?
Beckley up by 9, 40-31, 4-minute mark of the third quarter. Kobe has it on the right side. Now Capital switches it back up, goes back to man. Work it up to A.J. Thomas. Left side pass goes to Zai. Zai looking, takes a couple of dribbles, loses the basketball, loose on the floor. Zai picks it back up. Now takes it down through the lane, puts it up off the rim, no good. Tipped up by Preston, won't go. Rebound pulled down by Capital. Outlet pass goes to David Robinson, takes it in and lays it up and scores. 40-33. They cut down to 7. 3:35 to go. Preston has the ball knocked away by Scruggs. Loose, picked up by the Capital Cougars. Trayvon Tyson through the lane, forces it up, no good. We got a foul call on A.J., and A.J. now has 4.
Good call.
Trayvon Tyson will go to the line for 2 shots, and A.J.'s got 4.
He tried to get out of the way, and he just couldn't do so. I thought they may get traveling called on the youngster from Capital, on Tyson, but the foul was called.
Tyson misses the free throw. Now A.J. checks out with those 4 fouls, and Taylor Williams comes in.
You miss A.J. Thomas's defense. He hasn't scored in the game. Came in averaging just a little under 5 points a game, but that defense you're going to miss. But again, as you mentioned, Coach Kidd really likes the way Taylor Williams plays defense.
Left side jumper for 3 by Preston is no good, but Preston gets the rebound. Give it off to Kobe. He beats everybody through the lane, lays it up and scores. Kobe's got 8s. Beckley up by 8. 42-34. 3:09 to go third quarter. David Robinson has it right side. Give it up top to Scruggs. Left side pass goes to Kai. Swick it on the right side to Tyson. Trayvon takes it to the baseline, kick it back over to Scruggs. Scruggs fakes the 3 through the lane, puts it up off the glass and scores. And once again, Beckley had to back away because Preston was there, but he was going to pick up another foul.
Give credit to Scruggs, the senior on this Cougar team. He knows they've got fouls, and he's taking it right at him.
Now turnover inside, and Kobe will be whistled for the foul. Kobe now has 3. And I think we're going to have a timeout. Kobe now has 3 fouls. 2:35 to go in the third quarter. We have a timeout called, a full timeout called by Beckley. We'll take it with him. Beckley up 42-36. Back to this timeout on the Big Dog. 99.5 WJLS.
Beckley basketball is back on the Big Dog 99.5 WJLS.
2:35 to go in the third quarter. Beckley lead is now cut down to 6, 42-36. 2.5 minutes to go, third quarter. Capital with the ball. David Robinson Jr. Gives it up top to Scruggs. Trayvon working against Jalen. Jalen's got 3 fouls. They're working on the left side of the floor now to Devin Hale, who's picked up by Zai. Now it goes over to Robinson. Robinson through the lane, little floater off the rim, no good. Rebound pulled down by Jalen for Beckley. He'll give it out to Zai. Whip the pass down the floor. Preston topped away by Capital. David Robinson has it left side. Pass was tipped by Capital and it hit Preston in the face, and the ball bounced away.
Just not a smart play, really. You come down and you get the shot. That wasn't the shot they wanted.
Now Zai blocks the shot of Devin Hale. Loose ball picked up by Robinson. Now Jalen with a steal, stays it out of bounds into the hands of Robinson for Capital. Robinson takes it through the lane, lips the pass inside to Scruggs. He loses it. Taken away by Zai. Up the floor pass goes to Kobe. Kobe takes it in, lays it up and scores. Kobe now with 7 points this quarter, 10 points in the game. Beckley back up by 8, 44-36. A minute 30 to go. Right side, Robinson Jr. looking with it. Give it up top to Trayvon Scruggs. Scruggs, right side, fires a jumper for 2. Off the rim, won't go. And the rebound pulled down by Preston Clary. Preston brings it up the floor. Right side pass goes to Zai. He'll fake the 3, whip it left side. Kobe wide open for 3. Off the rim, no good. Rebound pulled down by Capital. Trayvon Scruggs brings it up the floor. Everybody in the building for Beckley put up their hands when he was open for that shot because they're so used for Kobe making it. Left side, Hale, or Kai Wade rather, gives it up top to David Robinson Jr. 50 seconds to go in the third quarter. Beckley up by 8, 44-36. We'll see Robinson dribbling the ball around, might be going for the final shot here in the quarter. They give it off to Scruggs up top. Scruggs working against Jalen, backs in. Takes it around, kicks the left side, jumper by Hill for 3, won't go. Rebound pulled down by Taylor Williams for Beckley. Up the floor pass goes to Zai, takes it in, lays it up and scores. First points of the quarter for Zai. Beckley back up by 10, 46-36, 20 seconds left. Good 4-0 run by Beckley.
Fred, this slowdown or this cautiousness is not from Cookie Miller. It's from these kids from Capital that are a little tired right now.
David Robinson jumper won't go. Outlet pass from Jalen goes to Kobe. Kobe lays it up, misses the layup, but it's tipped up and in by Preston as the horns sound. And we have played 3/4 of basketball here at Capitol High with your score, Beckley 48, Capital 36. Back with fourth quarter action after this timeout. On the Big Dog, 99.5 WJLS.
What's with Mountain Dew? Mountain Dew is like a zip.
Back on the Big Dog 99.5 WJLS.
Back here at Capitol High, getting ready to start fourth quarter action. In that third quarter, Beckley outscores Capital 13-10 into the quarter on a 6-0 run. Capital with the ball. Camden Harris brings it over to the right. Give it up top to Barclay. Taken away by Beckley's Taylor Williams. Taylor takes it in and will be called for travel.
That one time that Taylor has that ball, he says, man, why didn't I wait? Got just a little ahead. But the one thing I saw that last minute of that third quarter, Capital got tired. If Beckley can continue to force them to run, Beckley can win this one going away.
Darius Thomas into the game for the first time for Capital. Brings it on the right side to Camden Harris. Camden, give it up top to Barclay. Barclay takes it in, spins, layup good. Grant Barclay with just his second field goal of the game. He's got 4 points. Beckley back the other way quickly. Have a 10-point lead. Inside, give it to Jalen. Jalen backs in, spins, jumper up, good. Jalen, first points of the second half. He's got 19. Beckley up 50-38. 7:05 to go. Right side of the floor, Camden Harris. Picks it up top to Grant Barclay. Barclay has it taken away almost by Kobe, but it's taken right back by Darius Thomas for Capital. Down in the corner, quick jumper for 3, up off the rim, no good. Preston Clary skies for the rebound, comes down, ball now loose on the floor. It will stay with Capital. Boy, how was that not a foul when Preston fell to the floor?
Well, I thought both of them went to the floor after, Preston just got a little too high that time. I thought Jalen was above the rim looking down on it.
That's not a good thing. Well, that's a good thing that you jumped too high.
He lost the ball when he got up there.
Exactly. Oh, I'm high.
You need oxygen or something up here.
Grant Barclay give it up top to Darius Thomas. Beckley up by 12, 50-38, 6:35 to go in the game. Darius, crossover move, takes it to the free throw line, dumps the pass inside, jumper blocked out of bounds by Jalen. These two teams will play again, but not until the end of the season. February the 27th. Capital will make the return trip to the convention center. 6:25 to go in the game. Beckley up by 12, 50-38. At least you'll see how both these teams are different by that point.
Yeah, I think you'll see it's certainly a different Capital team. Beckley's looking very good right now. I like the way they play Beckley basketball.
Barclay's jumper won't go. Tipped by Jalen on the rebound. Ball now loose on the floor. Still loose. Picked up by Beckley's Kobe Dillon. Kobe brings it up the floor. Whips the pass to Preston. Preston gives it over to Zai. Zai takes it up and scores, and he's fouled.
What did I say about looking for the open player? And that's what they've done the last couple of times. Preston could have easily taken that one in, but he saw Zai had a much better look at it.
Zai now with 16 points, has a chance for a three-point play. Beckley, 3 players in double figures. Kobe's got 10. Zai with 16, Jalen with 19. Preston has 7. Free throw by Zai is no good. Rebound, a whistle, a foul to be called on the rebound against Capital. On the offensive rebound, Camden Harris pushed off on Taylor Williams. They get Camden for the foul, and that's his 4th.
We don't see that foul called too often.
So Beckley will get the ball back, leading 52-38. Kobe Dillon will get it inbounds. Does so left side to Zai. Spots open for 3, no good. Jalen offensive rebound. Takes the dribble. Now it's locked loose by Capital. Ball loose picked up by Darius Thomas for the Cougars. They give it up the floor. Barclay takes it in. Layup good. Grant Barclay's got 6. 52-40. Beckley up by 12. 5:40 to go in the game. Kobe Dillon brings it up on the right. Gives a pass inside to Jalen. Jalen spins. Will be fouled. It's a late foul, but there was definitely a foul.
It's going to go, I think the foul, yeah, it's going to be called on Tyson.
I showed that with Tyson's 4th foul.
Yeah, I do too.
So Jalen at the line to shoot 2 shots. Free throw, no good by Jalen. Jalen now 1 of 3 from the line in the game. After today, Beckley will be back in action on Thursday. We'll travel to Huntington to take on the Highlanders. Huntington, the ball club, sitting at 0-3 right now. That's a team that will be a lot better as the season goes on.
Yeah, Coach Sabingas will have them ready. They've got a lot of football players, and they're not in basketball shape.
Second free throw, no good by Jalen. Back the other way. Barclay lays it in. He's got 6 points this quarter. Lead cut down to 10, 52-42. Here comes Kobe through the lane, finds Jalen. Now it goes to Zai. Back inside to Jalen, spins, puts it up, won't go, but he's fouled. Jalen will go back to the line for 2 shots. Getting a little chippy, isn't it? I think Trayvon just fouled out. Jalen will be at the line to shoot 2 shots. They didn't say 5 fouls.
I think 4.
4? Okay. Free throw by Jalen is good this time. That puts Jalen at 20 points, season high for him. Second free throw by Jalen. This one's no good. Makes 1 of 2. Beckley with an 11-point lead, 53-42, 5:10 to go in the game. David Robinson Jr. brings it up the floor, working against Preston. Takes it right side. We're going to whistle a foul on the drive against Beckley. We'll call Preston. Preston now has 3. So Preston has 3 now. Barclay dumps the pass into Robinson. Robinson gives it back over to Barclay. Fires a three, won't go. Taylor Williams gets the rebound for Beckley. Work it off to Kobe Dillon. Kobe brings it up the floor, finds Zai across the timeline, takes it to the left. Zai backs in, looking, double team, now gets through it, puts it up and in. They just stepped through the double team and scored.
Smart play. Very smart play by that youngster.
55-42, Beckley back up by 13, 4.5 minutes to go in the game. Inside pass will go to Scruggs, working against Jalen, backs in, pump fakes, jump hook, won't go. Jalen gets the rebound for Beckley. Looking and finds Kobe. Kobe will bring it up, 4:19 to go in the contest. Beckley with the lead. Kobe top of the key, through the lane, layup, no good. Rebound pulled down by Scruggs for Capital. Gives it up the floor now to Jay Smith. Inside, layup is going to be good by Robinson. 55-44, Beckley up by 11. Head coach Ron Kidd wants to slow it down a little bit. Try to get it inside to Jalen through his fingertips, out of bounds, over to Capital. I think coach wanted to take some time off the floor, off the clock, but Jalen was open. It just went through his legs.
Yeah, he was there. It's just one of those things you look up when you're not supposed to.
Beckley up by 11, 55-44, 3:50 to go, and they throw it right into the hands of Jalen Walton for Beckley. Jalen takes it through, dumps it to Kobe. Kobe back to Jalen, lays it up and scores. 57-44, Beckley up, 3:35 to go. Jump step, blocking foul to be called on Taylor Williams. Taylor picks up his second. .336 to go. Coach Kidd looking at his assistant coaches, might be talking about, can we put AJ back in the game?
I was just going to say the same thing. 3:35, you know, you'd get, but again, you say that, and Taylor Williamson has played well. He's in there for defense, and he's done that well.
Coach Kidd want to know how many timeouts he has. Has a timeout. He might take one here, depending on what happens. Second free throw. No good. Robinson misses it both. Jalen with another rebound for Beckley. Jalen, if he doesn't have a double-double, he's very close to it. 3:25 to go in the game. Beckley up 57-44. Pass goes on the left side to Zai. Zai gives it up top to Taylor Williams. Right side pass will go to Kobe. Inside to Jalen. Jalen pump fakes, kicks it back out to Kobe. Kobe open, fires a three, buries it. Third three of the game for Kobe. 60-44, Beckley up, 3-minute mark of the ball game.
Kobe with 13 now in the game.
Side of the floor, David Robinson sets, fires a three, won't go. Another rebound for Beckley, this time by Taylor Williams. Works it off to Zai, up the floor to Kobe, lays it up with the left hand and scores. 62-44, Beckley with their biggest lead, 18 points, 2:40 to go in the game. I didn't think the score would be this right here. Barclay fires the three, won't go. Rebound pulled down by Darius Thomas. He puts it back up, won't go. Rebound by Taylor Williams, and he's fouled.
Last 2 minutes of the third quarter, I did think it was going to be this way, only because, as I mentioned earlier, Capital is done. They're gassed, and they just cannot run with this Beckley team, and Beckley's made very few substitutions.
Taylor Williams will be at the line. That's that Beckley preseason practice of running.
Oh, that's what works. Yeah, it does. Get in shape, and now this is fun. This is fun for these kids in maroon and white.
Taylor Williams shooting two, first one good. And that is the first point of the season for Taylor Williams.
Good for him.
6-foot senior, one of only two seniors on this Beckley team. Second free throw, good. So Taylor makes them both for his first 2 points. Beckley up by 20, 64-44, 2:20 to go in the ball game. David Robinson Jr. works it over to Grant Barclay on the left. He'll take it top of the key, down through the lane. Kick it down to the right side. Darius Thomas, high arcing three, no good. And we got a foul away from the basketball.
It's going to go against Capital.
Yeah, Preston Clary comes flying out of bounds. I'm not sure who they called it on. Well, Preston will be shooting free throws. They're going to call it on David Robinson. It's his second. So walk the length of the floor. Preston Clary will go to the line for two shots. 2:16 to go in the game. Beckley up by 20, 64-44. You start seeing maybe some of these things we talked about. Beckley not shooting the ball well from outside. Didn't shoot the ball great, but we're seeing things like Kobe now with 3 threes in the game. Second, he had 3 one other time this game, in the first game against Greenbrier East. But he is somebody that can average 4 or 5 threes in a game. It's good to see him get his shot going.
It is. It's good to see him get open to get his shot. With the way Capital played defense in the first 2 quarters in particular, it was tough for him to get open on that wing, no question.
Now we have a delay of game warning against Capital.
Well, Cookie was just trying to find out who the foul was on. Because it took forever for them even to get back to half court. So I think Cookie was just saying, hey, I'm just trying to get clarification here. But the thing, if you remember, the reason Capital shots are not falling, it goes back to they're tired again. They're trying to shoot those outside shots. They just don't have any strength in their legs at all right now. They're gassed.
I think you give credit to Beckley's defense for that, the way Beckley's playing, moving the ball around. And
Beckley gets up and down the floor, and as you mentioned, preseason running, and all of a sudden, with a little over 2 minutes to go, you lead by 21.
2:16 to go, and Beckley and Capital both have changed players and emptying the bench a little bit for Beckley. We have Owen Gunner check in. Also, you'll have Lucas Rainey come in. You'll have Kingston Clark check in. Javante Wines will check in. Preston at the free throw line missed the second. And you'll have Kingston Clark will check in after the next dead ball. He was going to check in for Preston. Right side of the floor for Capital. They work it around to Levi Lewis. Now up top, Trayvon Tyson still in the game. Give it over now to Camden Harris. He'll fire a 3. Won't go. Preston gets the rebound for Beckley. Up the floor pass will go to Javante. Javante misses the layup, and the rebound pulled down by Capital. Levi Lewis takes it through the lane. Little floater won't go. Rebound tipped out of bounds. Will stay with Capital. And now Preston Clary will check out as Kingston Clark will come in. A minute 40 to go. Beckley up 65-44. Inbounds pass for Capital. Work with it to Bradley Banks. Shot won't go. Rebound tipped around and pulled down by Javante Wines for Beckley. Javante brings it up the floor. Pass will go on the left side. Jumper open for 3. Good by Jaden Robinson. Jaden scores his first points as a Flying Eagle, 5'10 sophomore. 68-44, Beckley up. A minute 10 to go in the game. Up top with it now is Camden Harris. Camden, left side pass will go to David Hale. Hale steps through, travels. They'll call the foul on the floor. They could have called a travel.
Yeah, interesting. I see, by the way, there's a head coach walking, leaving. Rick Green from GW.
Might be here, looking at Capital because he doesn't play Beckley this year.
Oh, he always thinks he says, I'm going to face Beckley somewhere. That's what he thinks.
We're the same region.
Yeah.
But if Beckley and GW are the top 2 teams, we won't play then either if we make it to the final. So you don't play that regional championship anymore. Inside layup good by Trayvon Tyson. 68-46, Beckley up by 22. Jaden Robinson takes it left baseline. Layup try, no good. Rebound pulled down by Capital. Up the floor pass. Will go to Levi Lewis. He'll fire a 3 and hit it. 68-49, Beckley up 20 seconds to go in the game. Javante Wines, pass down to the corner to Jaden Robinson, drives it, jumper, in and out, no good. Rebound pulled out inside by Kingston Clark, won't go, gets it back, puts it up, won't go. Tips it a third time, won't go. With 5 seconds left, and Capital will bring it up the floor. 2 seconds, 1 second, let it go for 3, no good. Horn sounds, and that is it. Your final score from Capital High School, the Beckley Flying Eagles improve to 3-1. Beckley wins 68-49. We'll come back and recap it for you after this. on the season. Capital falls to 2-3. Beckley wins 68-49. Scoring by quarters. Beckley outscored Capital 19-7 in the first. Capital outscores Beckley 19-16 in the second. Beckley led 35-26 the break. Third quarter, Beckley outscores Capital 13-10 to lead 48-36 going into the fourth quarter. In the fourth quarter, Beckley outscores Capital 20-13. Beckley wins the game 68-49. Individual scoring, first of all, for the Capital Cougars, one player in double figures, and that was David Robinson Jr. He finishes the game with 18 points. Devin Hale scored 6, Grant Barclay with 8, Elijah Bennett with 2, Levi Lewis with 3, Wade with 2, Trayvon Tyson scored 6, Trayvon Scruggs with 4. For Beckley, Beckley puts 3 players in double figures today, led by the 22 points from Jalen Walton. Zy Hawthorne scored 18, Kobe Dillon scored 15. Preston Clary with 8, Taylor Williams with 2, Jaden Robinson with 3, A.J. Thomas, Owen Gunter, Javante Wines played but did not score. Beckley wins 68-49. We'll come back. We'll give you some other totals coming up after this break here on the Big Dog, 99.5 WJLS.
Back on the Big Dog, 99.5 WJLS.
Back here at Capitol High, Beckley wins this afternoon over the Capital Cougars by the score of 68-49. Beckley now improves to 3-1 on the season. Next up for Beckley, we'll get a day off. We'll travel to Huntington coming up on Thursday. Take on the Highlanders. We'll be on the air at 7 o'clock Thursday night. Tip-off set for 7:30 from Huntington High. And then the next time Beckley will be in action after that will be a week from Thursday. In the New River CTC, Beckley will play Cabell, Midland, and Jefferson Thursday and Friday, January 9th and 10th. So 3 big games coming up for Beckley, and it begins on Thursday. The Flying Eagles take on Huntington.
And the good news is, for Flying Eagle fans, Brent Osborne will be back.
Well, this has been a lot of fun.
It has been.
And I appreciate you helping out and being here today. And, we look forward to seeing you hopefully on January the 18th for the 90s night. And we'll have some fun with that as well. So, once again, Beckley gets the win. 68-49 over Capital for Fred Persinger. It's Fred Persinger II. Have a great day, everybody.
Number 1 for
All right, buddy.